Coming up tonight on KSL Outdoors.
That's where I shot him, right here.
We head east with an over-the-counter tag in search of a wily whitetail buck with our bows.
It's just a real challenging hunt. They're a tough animal to get close to.
I'm Adam Eakle, and this is KSL Outdoors.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Hey, welcome to KSL Outdoors and welcome to Wisconsin. I'm Adam Eakle. Yep, Wisconsin. That means we're hunting whitetails. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, wait a minute. You're just like me. You see the whitetail hunting stories and you're like, there's no whitetail in here in Utah. Well, I didn't draw a tag in any Western state, 5 Western states that I applied in. So my only chance to hunt a buck was to come here to Wisconsin with our good buddy Brady here at the Rut Knob.
So this farm, my grandparents came here in 1950, bought this land. They moved from Iowa, and we've been on this ground since then. The farm really isn't a working farm anymore. It's more of a recreational farm. So we've got 160 acres of the original farm that we still hunt on today. You know, the crop that we grow out here is just strictly for the wildlife, the deer and the turkeys and squirrels and birds and things like that.
So you've got corn planted here behind you. Anything else?
Yep, we have soybeans as well. So we'll plant those in the spring, obviously, and then we do some annual food plots, like the first part of August, and that's more of like a brassicas mix, you know, like turnips and that type of, you know, product that they eat, you know, in the fall. It's kind of a hunting plot. It's really attractive to them this time of year.
This is the 3rd time Brady has invited myself and my buddies Bart and Adam to hunt with him on his family's property.
Well, what we're going to do, hopefully these bucks are chasing does around this morning up on the ridges. So we're going to go up on the ridges and a couple pinch points and hopefully catch a couple deer on their feet this morning.
Brady has us hunting out of tree stands and ground blinds. From my experience, it's about the only chance we have at seeing a buck. It's just so thick here, and the deer are super skittish.
We got a nice spot. We got this ridge we're watching. Bryce says the deer should come from that way. They'll work their way up here in front of me. So I set this a few years ago and saw some deer. So let's see what happens. It's pretty cold. It's really cold.
It's just a fun, different experience. Way different kind of hunting than we experience in Utah. Sweet.
Dude, you weren't lying. There he is.
Yeah, buddy. Sweet. Check him out. Let's go check him out, dude.
4 years ago, Bart shot his first whitetail here in Wisconsin and has been back out ever since, trying to get a bigger buck.
I've killed 2 whitetail bucks now, so I'm kind of looking for something with a little size and a specific type of deer, 4.5 years old or better, and just haven't had that one come within range yet. But we've seen a lot of small bucks, a lot of does.
And right on cue, right where Brady said they'd come, this doe and Spike walked right under my stand. If the buck was bigger, I would have had a perfect shot. And about the same time I was looking at these deer, just down the ridge from me,
That's where I shot him, right here.
our buddy Adam Nicosia, the only guy who didn't have a camera with him, got a shot on a pretty good 8-point.
They come out of this lower field, which is all corn, and then they'll come right across these tops. You can kind of see some of the blood down in here. This is where the arrow ended up. So he went this way. We'll follow that trail. Got the blood there. Oh yeah. Look at that. Hit that, hit there. But dude, he just keeps going. There he is right there, just laying down. Good little buck.
Yeah, very cool.
Pretty jacked, first whitetail.
Oh, dude, nice shot placement. That's cool.
Nice.
Let's go get Brady. A lot of people who see this from the west, from Utah, will be like, why do I ever want to go hunt whitetails? What are they missing out?
Well, it's definitely a different hunt than what you guys are used to out west.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a spot and stalk type of hunt.
It's hard to draw tags in Utah. I think you were telling me you haven't drawn in a while.
Yeah.
So we come out here to hunt whitetail because it's another opportunity to hunt deer and another species of deer. Yeah, just like anything, if you're an archery hunter, try rifle. If you're a rifle hunter, try archery and muzzleloader. Try them all. If you're a hunter, hunt. Try the different weapons, try the different hunt.
Nick, see, the best part is you're not done. You can still shoot a doe.
One more tag, guys.
That's
At least I can
awesome.
hunt with you tomorrow. I don't have to sleep in.
Yeah. Someone's got to pull our deer out. Hey, I at least saw some deer. You gotta, come on, you gotta start pulling your weight.
We got a couple days, no problem.
All right. Lots of hunt left. Hey, more here from the rut knob in a moment, but first, let's check out this week's climate quiz question. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, there were approximately 36 million hunting licenses, tags, and stamps purchased last year in the United States by hunters, who spent more than $853 million nationwide on those tags, licenses, and stamps. In Utah, we had approximately 372,000 license, tags, and stamps purchased for a total of about $15.5 million. Our climate quiz question tonight is, can you name the state with the most resident licenses sold last year? And to make it a little easier for you, we'll make it multiple choice. Was it Texas, Alaska, Pennsylvania, or Wisconsin? Now, once you know the answer, or even if you want to guess, log on to our KSL Outdoors Facebook page, give us the correct answer. We'll then randomly select and announce a winner on our page the following week. The winner set to walk away with a Klymit Static V sleeping pad. Klymit, comfortable, rugged, and lightweight. KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford. We'll be right back on the hunt.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Smith & Edwards, Fish Tech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, Burt Brothers, Klymit, King's Camo, and Camp Chef.
Tonight I opted for a little different approach. I'm in a ground blind overlooking a alfalfa field, so it should be pretty productive. The last time I was sitting right here, I had a shot at a buck.
Well, that was a nice 6-point buck. Not a giant, but it's the biggest one I've seen. It's the only deer I've seen. And I just blew it. Frustrated. I couldn't get him to stop, and when he finally did, I shot and he jumped the string.
See if we can get one this time and not miss. Bart is just around the corner from me in a tree stand. So day 2, second night. Let's hope we get one.
This field is owned by Rich DeFlorian, a friend of Brady's, and it's also where Bart killed his buck a few years ago. Both Brady and Rich have started what is called a Quality Deer Management Program, or QDMA.
It's a national group that works on growing deer and improving habitat and the overall health of the herd through management principles with reducing the doe herd, creating better cover, food sources, and basically equalizing the buck-to-doe ratio. Typically, when we first started hunting, a lot of 2.5-year-olds would get shot, and then we started going to 3.5s, and we were kind of hard on the deer herd the last couple of years, so we tried to get some guys interested in 4.5-year-old bucks just to get them to that 150, 160 class and really make some things happen. And we got a small group of about 600 or 700 acres right now that are tied up and committed to it. And our goal is to get around to a couple thousand acres around here and really create a trophy environment. Obviously, if you have kids out or first-time hunters or you haven't shot anything, we let you shoot what you want and you kind of grow into it, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
But it's like playing biologist.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of smart guys around and a lot of good resources, and it's kind of fun. So it's a learning curve, definitely, but the more you can improve the habitat with security cover and food and balance that ratio, you can just see the health of the deer out there. They change.
On your right, there's a buck coming toward the does in front of you.
Bart is watching the same field he shot his buck in a few years ago, and he has deer all around him. And while this is a good buck, it's not quite what Rich wants us to shoot, and it's about 100 yards out of Bart's range.
The owners of all the property take great care in the food that the deer are eating and the habitat. So yeah, they're well-fed deer.
This is foreign to Westerners. We don't farm unless we're going to make a buck off it. And I guess you do make a buck off it.
Well, yeah, right. There's a lot of that going on around here. You know, landowners are putting food plots out and things, you know, to attract the wildlife, you know, to improve their hunting odds and hold deer on their property. So there's a lot of people doing that, you know, putting food plots in that, you know, sustain the deer throughout the season, you know, winter months as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's becoming pretty popular.
For someone who is going to try this on their own, what are options for someone coming from out west?
You could always try some of the national forests and state forests. Other opportunity, there are outfitters in this part of the state that you could, you know, book a hunt through an outfitter, local outfitter.
Although I think all of us could have shot a doe today, no one had a big enough buck within range. Hey, we'll have more from Wisconsin coming up. But first, back to the guys at Fish Tech for tonight's fishing report.
Adam, the ice is coming off most of the lakes, but the water's warming up around the shoreline. I'm Mike Cooper with Fish Tech Outfitters, and this is your fishing tip of the week. My favorite fly to fish at this time of year along the shoreline is a mop fly, tied on a jig hook. Some people might ask, what is that? This is an example right here of a mop fly on a jig hook. A mop fly can imitate a lot of different things, but to me, they imitate small fish, bait fish, perch. The materials that we use are mop fly bodies with fin raccoon hair around as a skirt. It's a very easy fly to tie. It's a quick fly to tie, but it's an effective fly. I use jig hooks in a 1/24th, 1/80th, 1/64th, 1/32nd. I like to fish the mop fly below an indicator. I prefer to use a breakaway indicator because I can go as deep as I want. I can fish the mop fly plain on a river, and it represents a crane fly larva. To do this, I like to wrap the collar with a little bit of UV dubbing and use the tan color body. If you have any questions about this fly or any other flies, come on into Fish Tech and we'll help you out. Now for tonight's fishing line.
You know, Bart, a lot of people might know Klymit because they see Klymit quiz question every week and they've been introduced to the Klymit Static V sleeping pad. But Klymit's much more than just a sleeping pad. You guys started with that, but you've expanded.
Yeah, we do a full sleeping experience. So even though we're like in the lap of luxury here at the Rut Knob, we've still got the V-Lux sleeping pad you can see here, which is, it's an oversized pad, so it's a little bit bigger than the Static V we give away on the show every week, which is nice if you need an extra bed at, you know, at a hunting lodge or at a hotel or whatever. This oversized pad is really a phenomenal extra mattress.
Yeah.
We've also got a line of pillows. This is our Lux pillow with a washable pillowcase. Super comfy, and it packs up to not much.
And then just recently you guys started doing sleeping bags.
Down sleeping bags. We got a full line of down sleeping bags now. This is the 20 degree. The thing that everybody loves the best about our sleeping bags is the stretch baffle.
Yeah.
So it's a mummy cut. It looks like a mummy bag, packs up small, but it's really roomy. So you can pull your knees up to your chest. Lots of room for feet to move around. Comfy bag.
What I like about it is, I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4", you know, 255. You guys got a bag that actually fits my shoulders, and because it's, what'd you call it, like an accordion?
Stretch baffle, yeah.
Because it stretches out, I can fold my knees up. I don't feel like I'm suffocating in the bag. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, this bag design won the Gear of the Year in a lot of magazines last year when we introduced it. We've got it in 0 degree, 20 degree, oversized, a lot of comfy stuff.
And this looks like nothing. I mean, it's just a little pad, right?
Yeah.
But we were using it on the plane right here. More importantly, sitting in the tree stand, that little bit of insulation made me so much more warm.
It's been great in the tree stands this week, and it's been freezing outside.
Yeah.
This has been a lifesaver. Definitely keeps us comfortable, keeps us warm. Fits in your pocket when it's rolled up, so it's easy to pack out to the stand or wherever, or the stadium.
It's surprising to me, that pad, how well I sleep on it. And I won't name the other brand. The other brand that you blow up that goes about that big, it doesn't do it for me anymore now that I've slept on it.
Yeah, the V-Lux is the reason I came to work for Klymit. I fell in love with it on an elk hunt one year, and yeah, it's changed my life forever.
You can even get it in King's Camouflage.
That's right. Yeah, definitely. We've got King's patterns in a lot of our pads, sleeping bags, a lot of stuff.
Back in a moment, but first, down a different trail a little closer to home in tonight's Utah Field Guide. Some of the best duck and goose callers in the West were in town for the Great Salt Lake Waterfowl Calling Championships.
It's way awesome. It brings people in. Definitely get huge crowds, numbers from people from different states.
Organizers say this is the biggest payout for a waterfowl calling contest they've had in years, in part because of the sponsors that stepped up to make it happen.
Specifically SFW, they were the big ones. They provided the room for us. They provided a lot of the prizes for us.
We're also expanding our footprint into the waterfowl arena. We're doing a big project up at Harold Crane where we'll invest close to $250,000 to do a dredging project, build a dike. Once you know that if you don't have water, you ain't got ducks.
This was a chance for 2 people to qualify for the World Duck Calling Championship to be held in Stuttgart later this year. Domingo Sanchez from Kansas won the regional, and
congratulations to Tate Douglas, the new Utah State Duck Calling Champion.
Tate Douglas will represent Utah at the Worlds.
I practiced enough for it, finally came together and got it won. So it's been a long time I've been waiting for this day.
Organizers hope to build off of this year's contest for future years and future hunters. For more information, check out their website at utahwaterfowlcalling.com.
Boy, this blanket of snow that we got overnight has actually made it warmer here in Wisconsin. The 6 degrees we had in the tree stand the other day, almost unbearable. Hey, let's check that recreation forecast for your next outdoor adventure by turning it over to the guys and gals back in Salt Lake.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Hey, just a heads up. The International Sportsman's Expo is just 12 days away. KSL Outdoors is proud once again to sponsor this family-friendly event. This is the best place to book your next family adventure, whether you want to go near or far. This year, the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation will once again hold their World Elk Calling Championship. Some of the best elk whistlers in the world will be here to compete. There's also the Utah Taxidermy Association Best of the West Taxidermy Contest and hundreds of exhibitors from fishing to hunting, including our buddy Jared Johnson hosting the Daily Fishing Workshop. For all the details on seminars and contests, check out sportsexpos.com.
Well, Adam, Tyson's only 4 years old, but he's going to be pretty excited to see his dad's first deer with a bow.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
And you're going to put a Euro and do it in his and put it in his room?
That's what he's begging for.
The kid's on the right path. Hey, don't forget when you're out with your buddies and you tag your first whitetail buck with a bow, make sure to take tons of snapshots, submit them to our snapshot contest. Now your turn with the best of the week, our snapshot of the week. See if you can beat Adam's first buck.
We kick it off with a daughter-in-law that loves to hunt. Shelley sent us this snapshot of her daughter-in-law, Ashley Weber, and her first ever mountain lion. Ash likes to tease her husband, Robbie, that he hunts too much, but when she was offered the chance to shoot a mountain lion on a Harvest Objective unit, she didn't hesitate and bagged this beautiful cat. Check out 3-year-old Levi on his first perch fishing adventure. Dad Dustin took his son up to Pineview, and even though Levi wouldn't hold the fish because he thought it looked like a tiger, he loved every minute of landing this whopper perch. The last week of the goose hunt found brothers Craig and Daniel out for a final chance at bagging some birds. They set up in a flooded field by Ogden Bay and each ended up shooting their limit of geese. Craig's last shot brought down 2 birds, one of which was banded. A great way to end the season for these 2 brothers. Matt and his 12-year-old son Mason had a pack out down on the Henry Mountains they'll never forget. Matt had drawn a tag for a bison and decided to try an area that most people only hunt with horses. And wouldn't you know it, Matt got his buffalo. Luckily, Matt had brought a wheeled cart along just in case, and it's a good thing they had it. Matt and Mason hiked 10.5 miles and spent a full day packing out Dad's bison, and Mason didn't complain once. But our winner tonight went back home to Idaho for a late season hunt with his dad and buddies and came away with a great memory. They were hunting the Snake River in western Idaho and found a full day of limits, good friends, and amazing dog work. This is Nova, Daniel's dog he's had since she was a pup. Daniel says he loves to show off his dog, mostly because Nova does all the work. Well, Daniel, it looks like Nova is pulling her weight again, as you just won our cool prize for having the Snapshot of the Week. Remember, submit your pictures or video plus an explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins a Camp Chef portable barbecue grill, great for any outdoor cooking. Plus, the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
Build your outdoor kitchen with Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
Hey, we got to plan a trip to Colorado. I mean, Adam can come if he wants.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You got to shoot mule deer and kind of get our experience now.
Absolutely. Really looking forward to that.
Bart can pay for it.
That'd be a blast.
It's on Bart's time.
It's on
That's
Bart.
even better.
That's right. I owe Brady. He's taking great care of us this trip.
Yes, he really has. Well, if you get a chance, come out here and, you know, it doesn't have to be Wisconsin, but anywhere that has whitetails. I've had successful trips in Wyoming. I know friends that do it up in South Dakota, and get up and hunt these wily little whitetails. They're fun. Yeah.
Every year it's a blast.
It is.
Every chance we get to do this.
Yeah, even if we don't kill one.
Well, it's definitely not like what we see on TV.
No, it's
Buck, shoot it.
there's
Yeah,
a
they're
buck.
everywhere.
Yeah, they're definitely, it's a hunt.
It's a hunt.
Hey, I'm Adam Eakle, KSL Outdoors. Remind you to do the same. Get out with your family, your friends, and make some memories outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.